Over the years, the World Land Speed Record attempt has been one of the most fiercely fought competitive events, with UK engineering teams leading the rest. Shortly, the Bloodhound project, led by former land speed record holder Richard Noble, will be competing again for this prestigious title, with Wing Commander Andy Green in the cockpit. We'll be speaking to him today at Savoy Place, the London home of the IET, where he will be delivering the 2009 Wheatstone lecture.
When we broke the world land speed record, still the standing and only supersonic land speed record 12 years ago with thrust SSC, I expected that would be the last time I would ever do that. And I said, which I thought was a complete get out of jail free card, it would need to be a very special team and a very special reason to actually do another land speed record. Much to my surprise, I'm standing here now with a very special team behind me and a very, very special reason to do it. Bloodhound SSC is not another land speed record car. The Bloodhound project is a project to inspire kids of all ages with the excitement in science and engineering and technology. And we're doing that by building and sharing with them the engineering adventure of running a 1,000-mile-an-hour car. Now that's worth doing. That's why I'm here. Okay. Yeah, this is a fantastically exciting time for us. I think we're actually entering another golden age of record breaking. Like the 1960s, when the jet cars first came on the scene and there were 3 or 4 cars all competing at the same time in the Bonneville salt flats, we're not all going to the same place, but there are a lot of teams out there. And that's really, really exciting, because we're trying to get people excited, particularly kids excited, about the engineering and technology behind land speed records. So rather than just looking at one solution, which is ours, now they get to look at the American solution of a cut-down jet fighter, very basic and simple. Don't develop any technology, just use something existing and see if you can adapt it. A lot of problems with adapting it, but it might work. Look at take an old car and re-engineer it, which is the Steve Fossett solution. Now, of course, Steve Fossett went missing and crashed his aeroplane. The car is still out there, the team is still out there, and the car is up for auction. So that could run any time soon. And then the Australian solution of a brand new bespoke vehicle, they're halfway through building, rocket power, huge amount of thrust, and they are talking about doing 1,000 miles an hour as well. So it's very, very exciting. I'm doing everything I can to help and support all 3 of those teams because it just makes the race and the adventure more exciting. If we don't beat them, they deserve to win, but we will. Biggest challenge for Bloodhound right now is not speed related, it's about getting every school kid in the country studying it. But here we are, 1 year after the launch, we've got over 10% of all the UK schools studying it. We've got over 220 further education colleges, we've got 35 universities studying it. Our sponsor universities, Swansea and University of West of England, have seen increases in 1/3 in their science and computing undergraduate intakes. I mean, just astonishing numbers. Likewise, kids are now, there was a young girl who was going to be studying beauty therapy and hairdressing, now wants to be a chemical engineer. That's the Bloodhound effect that we're looking for. That's the tricky bit, because nobody's done this before. Right, the other slightly less tricky bit is starting from 763 miles an hour and building a car that will do 1,000. Technically, very, very difficult. But we've got the same team who produced the world's supersonic car, the same analysis software, but generations more advanced on huge computers down at Swansea. With Intel's support as an IT sponsor, we now have more computing power than the Met Office. We are just light years ahead of where we were. So I'm very, very happy that we've got a good design and that it will deliver. And of course, we've got some of the world's best power plants. The EJ200 from the Typhoon, the Falcon rocket producing 27,000 pounds of thrust, and a V12 race car engine just to turn the pump for the rocket. Very, very exciting time. Bloodhound SSC, I think, is uniquely lucky in the land speed record business right now, in that we have got a very, very strong team who has delivered everything they've ever said they would. Richard Noble, who built his own car, taught himself to drive, broke the land speed record in 1983. 14 years later, we then built and ran the world's first supersonic car to a supersonic 2-way average, still the current land speed record. The same people, particularly Ron Ayres on the aerodynamics side, then moved on to the JCB diesel car and created the world's fastest diesel car. And now we're saying we're going to build a 1,000-mile-an-hour car. If you'd asked me that 3 years ago, 4 years ago, before I heard of this, I'd have thought that was crazy. Having been studying it for 3 years, I now think it's possible. More importantly, experts around the country 15 years ago were saying, supersonic is ridiculous, you will definitely crash doing that. And now they're saying, 1,000 miles an hour. I'm dying to see how you do that. They expect us to win. That's why we're getting the confidence and the backing of big companies. It would be interesting if we weren't in the business to find out how long Thrust SSC record lasts, given it's been out there for 12 years already, and at the moment there's no one close. But there are at least 3 teams out there who are having a go at it, plus we're the 4th. If we get to 1,000 miles an hour, the sad part is I think we might be the last land speed record in history. This will not only be the greatest, it'll be the biggest increase, it might be the last. I'm pretty confident it'll be the last for a long, long time, which means, of course, we need to get it right.